All right, I'm here. I'm here. AWO here, man. What's up? I'm, what's up, guys? Yeah, man, I'm here. It's good to see you. And well, when you start popping in the chat, we're gonna start popping. We'll start this stream once I see people in the chat start chatting. I know my buddy Red's probably be a little late. That's fine with me. All right, right. I am live. I am live. Yeah, I'm live here, guys. I'm blinded. You have an invite. If you're here blinded, if you're listening right now, you do have an invite to come on. Right? We're doing a Grace Randolph, her review of episode 3 of Daredevil. And let me just do something real quick for you guys. Okay. All right. We're going to get into the 5-10 minutes. We'll start with the Grace Randolph episode review. Spoiler review, Easter eggs. All right. I hope to see you guys pop in. All right. Red 56, wherever you guys are. Come in. Have some fun. Have some fun with me. This is the channel, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, make sure it's right channel, first of all. Okay. This is the right channel. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's get alright. I hope you caught up. I hope some of you caught up with the latest episode. Okay, yesterday's episode. Right? It was basically the most of the episode took place in the courtroom. But it's the ending that they're sideways. It's the ending that shocked everybody, right? The ending of yesterday's episode. The murder of Right Tiger, who there, I guess earlier in that day was free. Were free. The charges, he was proven innocent, and later at night he's able to go back out as Right Tiger, but he gets murdered by somebody looks like that's impersonating the Punisher, framing the Punisher at the ending. Right? That was the real twist at the end of the episode. Look, everything was, you were so happy for the guy being released, being found innocent, reunited with his family, possibly moving with his wife now that he's able to move into an apartment with his wife instead of staying with his sister and niece. Now he has enough money to move into an apartment with his wife. He was surprised. Fortunately, that surprise got ruined because he revealed that on the stand while he was at the subway. So the surprise was ruined. Okay. It's good to see you guys here. It really is. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna pin this. All right. Let you know. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Do whatever. But comment below after the stream is done. All right. This is definitely a Grace Randolph video. Right. I think I might do this. I might do this. All right. Next week again with Grace Randolph. Definitely next Tuesday. We're definitely doing episode 4 review. Okay. No, I'm blinded. I hope to see more. There's Degrassi. There's Degrassi. There's Degrassi. There's more people in the comments. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. The video is 19 minutes long. Yeah. Her title is Spoiler Review, Easter Eggs, and Ending. And I kind of want to hear what her takes. She uploads she uploads her spoiler review videos in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. Like, come on, you can't wait till the next day? Tomorrow, I'm going to do a different topic tomorrow. Not detracting, probably. Not a detracting video tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow, I have something different. So, I don't think Campia talked about it today. That's because he did his review, because he did a live review of the show yesterday. Yeah, last night. Like I did. It's similar to me. I remember that. Campia. Okay. I really like this show. I know Degrassi, I know you're not so excited about it. I don't know if you've seen this episode yet. Hey, JFC fanfic. I don't know if you've seen this episode yet. I know earlier in the day told me you haven't seen it. I don't know if you've seen it since then. But I think you know like happens though. I think it's been spoiled. I think you know what happens. What? All right. Oh, I'll let you know. I'm doing a show Friday. I'm doing a show Friday night. For the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You're getting shows on Friday night and Monday nights. Okay? Oh, here's Red. Monday nights. Okay? Because Red knows why. Red, Red. Yeah, Red. I hope you know Friday SmackDown is early this Friday, right? So yeah. Yeah, Matt Murdock is definitely gonna suit up. It has to suit up episode 4. 4 is 9 episodes, so technically 4 would be kind of in the middle of the series, right? The series, the first season. But yeah. So once again, the Horseman once again was got awful. So once again, this Friday, I'm doing a show, and Monday for the next 3 weeks, because WWE is having early Raw and SmackDown in Europe, in Europe for the next 3 weeks. And I don't know where Blinded is. Blinded came in late. You know Blind comes in late. Horseman is the greatest show on earth. I'm kidding. Greatest thing in God's creation. God's greatest creation was letting Eric July be born to give us the Whippiverse. Right, Red? Yeah. All right. So let me get rid of this banner because this is kind of blocking. So there's the spoilers here, obviously. All right, let's get back to the chat. Where's TJ? I figured TJ would be here. I don't know. Like maybe we get TJ in here if he wants. I'll put this in the fucking. There we go. I even do that. Blinded might just be doing some homework. Oh my god, are you kidding? Try again. Try again. Try again. The fucking DM is not going through. There we go. I got the fucking DM to go through this time. Not even get Degrassi in here. Maybe if he wants to. I know Degrassi hates this stuff. All right. Wait. Should we start? Yeah, I think we should start. This is 19 minutes long. 19 minutes, I believe. Yeah, 19 minutes. We'll see how we can get through this, right? If it's painful or not.
That was a really big deal opening. Whether you liked it or not, you certainly wanted to talk about it. It trended #1 when it debuted, although that was a really big deal opening. Whether you liked it or not, you certainly wanted to talk about it. But some of you had said you thought the ratings might be a little soft because it went up against the presidential address, although this is for the first 5 days. So what's the excuse for the other 4 days?
Okay. Yesterday, we did some research on the 7.5 million views during the 5 days. Me and Blinded did some research. After doing a spoiler review of Daredevil, we watched John Campea video based on the viewership. So we did some research. John Campea talked about, right? And compared to other shows, specifically mostly 2 Marvel shows, okay? Agatha and Loki. Here's the thing. Agatha was ported 9.5 million viewers, right? Viewership, right? And Daredevil 7.5. But like I always do, I research stuff. You know me, while I stream, and if I'm not sure about something, I'm not 100% sure about something, you know me, I look it up, right? I look it up. So I looked up Agatha, the 9.5. It turns out Agatha had 9.5 million views in 7 days. 7 days, a week. Daredevil 7.5 was 5 days. So, yeah, take it as you will, okay? Right? So Daredevil, compared to Agatha actually had 2 more days, okay? 2 more days. Remember that. With Loki, 10.10 million, and Loki season 2, 10 million in 3 days. But Loki, people love Loki. Loki was a beloved character in MCU for a decade. People like Daredevil, but Loki is on a bigger scale, man. Loki was in the movies, and he has his own show. His show is obviously considered the best. Loki is an outlier. Okay, Loki is a whole new different animal. But the Agatha comparison is not a good comparison because how much I want to see the 7 days. 7 days for Daredevil. Okay, 7 days. Not the 5 days, 7 days. Because Agatha's 9.3 million, but 7 days. Not 5 days. Daredevil 7.5 was 5 days. Yes, it did Degrassi. Agatha had a 2-episode premiere, which Robert Burnett forgot. Robert Burnett thought Agatha had 1 episode premiere, but I checked again just to make sure. I remembered having a 2-episode premiere in my memory bank, but I made sure to check again on the internet if it had the 2-episode premiere, which it did. So it did have a 2-episode premiere, like Daredevil did. Loki is better than Agatha, but Loki, yeah. Loki had one episode premiere. Loki, I checked Loki. Loki season 2 had one episode. One episode. Not 2 episode premiere because it was a 7. It was a 7. It was a 7, right? It was a 6 episode series, right? Loki. So they only showed the one episode premiere, right? Yeah. Still hate Sideways. Where's 56K? Your arch nemesis. Like Red has a bunch of arch nemesis.
But this evening there was nothing big going up against it really. So I'm a little surprised that it didn't trend at all. Not even.
I think it. What's he talking about? It did fucking trend. I saw a trend. That ending, it was trending. I think I saw a trend. Did you guys on your X see a trend? Because I'm pretty sure I saw a trend last night. I know I seen it. I saw a trend. I'm pretty sure it was trending. I don't know what she's looking at because I thought a trend.
Top 25. Although one of you did DM me that you thought tonight's episode was both boring and sad, which I thought was a very funny and understandable response. As for me, I see a glimmer of hope.
Although, she loved the episode. The glimmer of hope. The glimmer of hope. Okay? The glimmer of hope. Okay? Glimmer of hope, guys. Glimmer of hope. She actually liked the episode. This might be a positive review of Daredevil from Grace. Now, what she's going forward, what she says in this episode, this hope that she feels for the show doesn't make sense. It's the hope that she sees, what I see, what you guys see. Is it real hope or false hope? Okay? That is the question with Grace. Daredevil Rebirth. All right.
That always gets me in trouble. I see what they're trying to do, so I want to discuss it. But it was very sad, as I tweeted myself. Very sad. I'm trying to get it trending.
It was like happy. You were like happy for the 5 minutes, and then it became sad. Like it was like, yeah, you guys are gonna be happy. It's like the writers, the directors, the showrunners are like in the writing room. Like, yeah, let's make this have a happy moment. Let's have a happy moment at episode 3. And it's like, no, we cannot have a happy moment. We have to fool the fans. You have to fool the viewers. It's like, okay, let them be happy for 2 to 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, bam, bam, White Tiger gets murdered, shot right in the fucking head, right in the head, execution style. You were happy for those 2 to 5 minutes that he was acquitted, right? He's found innocent. Then, bam.
Ending. Very sad. I was quite moved.
Were you crying, Grace? Were you crying? Was Grace crying? Was she crying, guys?
The episode, like, I wasn't sure, but I gotta say, any kind of episode that can get that kind of an emotional response, even if it's just at the very end, I mean, I think some golf clap is appropriate, right? So, as I just said, I see what the show is trying to do, and I find it interesting, but I think they're missing some crucial elements. There are some flaws, which we're going to discuss, but I think the big one is no action.
A flaw.
comic book show. It's not a legal drama. It's a Marvel.
Grace, 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 Grace. This episode, you don't understand how important this episode is to the character of Matt Murdock, Daredevil. What this means. It doesn't. Not every episode is 9 episodes. Not every fucking episode needs to be drama action packed. This isn't the fucking CW where there's a villain of the day. Okay, not a villain of the day. All right. This isn't a fucking Batman or Superman animation show where it's a villain of the day. Right. Comic book Disney Plus shows. Disney Plus shows have not always been villain of the day. They're not. The Marvel shows has not always been villain of the day kind of shows. Right? They're not villain of the day kind of shows. They're villain of the day and villain night shows. This episode is perfect for 9 episode seasons. Early on, no action. But I don't think I think you don't truly understand the episode then.
Marvel show, no less. And not only has the show benched Daredevil and Kingpin, but now they killed
Bench Daredevil and Kingpin? Bench Daredevil and Kingpin? What kind of hope is this? She said she had hope for the show, and then she starts off with this. This kind of BS. I need Blinded here. Blinded? I don't know if you're listening to Blinded, because, oh my god. This is, she really said she had hope after watching this? Then she starts off with this, they bench Kingpin and Daredevil. If she doesn't understand what the character of White Tiger Hector Ayla it means to Daredevil, why he became a vigilante, what it means to be a vigilante. Why at the beginning of the episode, right? We see Matt Murdock in the jail cell with Hector Ayla before they go to court, right? Before they go to court, and they talk about things, and they talk about why Hector Ayla talks about what it means to be White Tiger, right? White Tiger. What do you think that means? That means that's making Daredevil think Matt Murdock, right? It's basically foreshadowing. That kind of talk is foreshadowing why Matt Murdock will become Daredevil again. Right? It's from another universe. Okay, it's foreshadowing why Matt Murdock will become Daredevil again. That's a very important scene at the beginning. That's not benching Matt Murdock. Also, during the court scene, it was also very important to Matt Murdock's character that he's willing to fight for the little man, the people that are against credible odds, the people he believes don't have a fair fight, a fair game in a trial, right? You look at the system would definitely be against Hector, right? A poor guy lives with his aunt and poor guy lives with his sister and niece. You think the system is going to be in his favor? Matt Murdock sees the injustice in that. He's an honorable lawyer. He sees the injustice. It's very important to his character as Daredevil, where he sees the injustice right? It's very important to his character. Brad is from another universe. I heard he's from the Shrek universe. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they're doing a multiverse of Shrek. I don't know if that's true. I just find it ridiculous, but whatever. Okay. And this show, well, Kingpin wasn't in a lot, but what he says. Here's the thing. A character can make an impact, not necessarily how many times they're in a show or a movie, but how they use it. Sometimes a character could just be in one scene and make a major impact. Sometimes a character could be in multiple scenes and make no impact at all. It's how you use the character. It's okay, right? Yeah, Kingpin wasn't in a lot of this episode, but he had a fair amount of screening time, right? And definitely at the ending, he was paying attention to the trial. Definitely paying attention to the trial because of vigilante involved and stuff like that. You don't think that's important? That's not sidelining the character. They did sideline Matt Murdock in this episode.
Off White Tiger before he even got a single action sequence. That news clip does not count, even if they showed it twice. I mean, that was a couple snippets.
Okay.
They even let the guy suit up, and he never got a fight. But man, when White Tiger got shot, he got taken out point blank in the head. I gasped.
I gasped too. I was shocked too. Shrek is getting burpeed. I shocked. Look, I gasped too. I shocked. I was like, holy shit. Holy. Wait a minute. Did she wear this exact same colors, this lipstick, in this exact same outfit last week when she did Daredevil? Guys, I think she wore she exactly had the same lipstick and the same outfit last week for Daredevil. This is definitely for Daredevil. This is her looking. This is definitely her. Yeah, this is no coincidence, man. This is no fucking coincidence because I think she had the exact same look last week for Daredevil. I think so. She's doing this on purpose. Next week, I'll be fully convinced if she wears this actual lipstick in a jacket, a red jacket, or whatever that is. Whatever that is. Looks like a fucking jacket. I don't know why she's looking to fucking wear a jacket. She's indoors. If she wears it again next week, yeah. She's definitely wearing that for the show. Daredevil. TJ, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, TJ. I love that. That's hilarious. So it's not multiverse Shrek. Shrek is just going to the real world like Barbie, right?
I gasped and said, "Oh no," because I felt so bad for him, and it was just,
I was happy for the guy, and then I'm like, no, Degrassi, no, Degrassi. Last week, she said she's not doing that. She said she's doing her reviews by watching. She's not watching. She got the screeners, but she's not watching all the episodes at once. She's doing it like regular viewers. She's rating for regular. So she hasn't seen episode 4 yet. If you get my point, you get my point. She's doing review after each episode. She got the whole screener, but she didn't watch the whole season. She didn't watch all the episodes. She didn't bother watching the episodes. She's kind of doing week by week, like a regular viewer does. That's what she's doing. That's why she's doing these reviews. I guess she's trying to because, her viewers don't get screeners, right? So they watch the episode as the weekly release, right? So she's trying to do that, match up with the viewer with the weekly release, so she can talk about each episode. Actually, I think that's what she said.
For a show that moves so slowly, I guess it was effective to suddenly move very quickly. And just like that, White Tiger was gone. Oh, I felt so bad for him. And then over the end credits, you started to hear some ambient noise come in. And I was like, oh, are we outside? Is this going to be some kind of end post-credit scene where maybe there's some political backers on there?
You're not going to have a post-credit scene in a fucking third episode, Grace. But that's not how it works, man. Why would you have a post-credit scene in the third episode?
The lawn, drinking some lemonade, telling Kingpin what they want to do. And then I was like,
I don't know. I don't know. What the heck?
Are we outside? Is this going to be some kind of like, end post credit scene where like maybe there's like some political backers like on the lawn drinking some lemonade, telling Kingpin what they want to do?
The fuck did she get that from? What the how?
And then I was like, wait a minute. Are we on that beach in Puerto Rico? And that's that little frog singing his heart out?
What? What? What is she talking about? Honestly, what's going on with Grace? What's I don't know. She got that in her head. Like I don't know, man. Oh my god, I've just burped. I don't know what's going on with her head with this.
The one that Hector said in his jail cell he'd hoped he'd get to see again someday, and Matt said he would?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was extremely sad. That's what I think it was a very powerful ending to the episode. That was just for all the issues I've had with how the show has been filmed and directed otherwise, that was nicely done. There are a couple of
he was a dead man once he got evicted. Once he got not evicted. Once he got his charges dropped. Right. I mean, the cops. Like once he goes free man, the cops are gonna make sure he's dead. The cops that are the one influenced by Punisher, they're gonna make sure he's dead. Right. If he goes to prison, fine. Right. Prison. If he goes to prison, he may just end up in prison. Right. And stuff like that. But once he became a free man, once his charges were acquitted, once he was proven innocent, she's talking about Sturgis and Tony. Sturgis, he was a dead man on the street because those cops were going to make sure or try to find a way to wipe him off the street, kill him. The ones that are Punisher influence. He was a dead man if he went free. If he goes free.
There's one other thing I'm going to point out as well. But anyway, as we sadly know, the actor playing Hector, Camar de los Reyes, passed away in 2023. He really did a beautiful job here. His vigilante wasn't a hardened, angry fighter like Daredevil. I mean, look what Daredevil said. You know what the cure is for a black eye? Faster hands. Oh, he went there. You can't fight, you dumb, dirty cop. But
hey, you said Daredevil killed that cop. Last week she said Daredevil killed that cop. Remember she said Daredevil killed that cop? Yeah, there are some people. Maybe blinded. Some people are surprised they would put this in the show. Disney was willing to put this in the show. I'm not offended by it. I'm not really offended by it at all. I think it makes the story more interesting for the Daredevil character, personally. Daredevil and Punisher. I think it makes it I'm not offended by it. I know there's people offended by it. And Daredevil is a controversial figure. Like Blind does blame the controversy around Punisher and the cop aspect of thing. And I know there's certain people who are going to say, it makes the cops look bad. Not knowing there's actually fucking dirty cops out there. And cops are not supposed to be vigilantes either, right? You're not supposed to be vigilantes. You're not supposed to be vigilantes or corrupt.
Hector was just a good man.
Cops are supposed to do things by the book, by the law, and not take the law in their own hands.
Over his head. De Los Reyes gave Hector an innocence and a naivete, but at the same time allowed Hector to maintain his dignity and for us to respect him. You know, we weren't like,
Yeah, yeah,
what are you doing, Hector? We're like, Hector has no choice. It's who he is. Protect him at all
yeah.
costs.
You really love Hector. Yeah, it's an American law enforcement journal, a police state that embraces vigilante justice. And like me and Blind discussed this yesterday. Punisher is not Punisher is not running any cult or anything like that. Okay, Frank Castle is not running anything. He's not one leading this. He's not leading this because Frank Castle's the type of guy that doesn't lead this shit. Frank Castle's more a lone wolf type of guy, right? He's a lone wolf type of guy. He's not somebody who's gonna form a group or lead or influence his way of dealing crime, his way of punishing crime. He's not going to influence that. He's not going to have influence a bunch of cops to do what, like that. That's not Punisher. There's somebody impersonating a Punisher, maybe manipulating pretending to be the Punisher, influencing these cops, and we got to see that. We got to see that at the end of this episode. Yeah, we don't know who that. Like, we're supposed to make you think it's the Punisher, but if you really know the Punisher's character, if general audiences may not know, but if you're comic book diehards, you really think about it, know the Punisher. The real Punisher, has no connection to these cops. He's not really involved. But somebody is impersonating the Punisher, is a believer in Punisher, is influenced by the Punisher. Okay, yeah. I don't think he has a sense of Batman now. I don't think it is that. I don't think it's like that. I don't think he has his own gang. I think it's somebody pretending to be him. And if somebody's pretending to be him at the end of episode 3. Yeah. So I think it's somebody pretending to be him, and he's right. Maybe somebody who was very influenced by. I don't know. But like me and Blind, we agree on that. It's somebody pretending to be the Punisher.
Matt really dropped the ball on that one. Whew! We're going to talk about that too. But let me just say, I spent 3 seasons with Foggy Nelson. And this new character, okay, who is not even very well established, his death hit me harder.
Well,
Hi, this is Charlisa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe sandwich is the spicy marinade. That seasoned chicken.
Grace. I don't know if she knows this. Hector Ayla is White Tiger, but the actor is tragically passed away due to cancer, right? He was never going to continue on, and I'm pretty sure they knew when they cast him. They pretty sure they knew. You know what? They want to give him one last thing as a special, right? Courtesy to be one last thing before he passes away. I'm sure Marvel knew. I'm sure Brad Winderbaum knew. Kevin Feige knew about the cancer, and they wanted to give him this last hurrah before he passes away, right? Like, right, his last good thing. And actually, he's right. He was never gonna be a mainstay in the series. Okay. And second of all, Hector Ayla is not the White Tiger people know. No. Yeah, like Dark Knight Cop dressing up like Batman. That too. Hector Ayla is not the White Tiger that most comic book fans know. It's his niece. His niece that we do see in the episode, very, very young. We do see his niece in the episode. He becomes. Oh, I think I might do that tomorrow. The Sadie Sink. I might make a video on that, who she could play. I have Degrassi gave me a good suggestion who she might play, and it might not be someone who you think. It might be a wild card pick. Degrassi, don't say in the comments, please. Please, don't spoil it for them, please. Because I know. But this character was, I'm sure Marvel knew he had cancer and he didn't have he didn't have time. And they wanted to give him this special last hurrah, this last special thing for him to be cast as this character. And he was okay with it because Marvel knew when they cast the actual White Tiger, it's not going to be this character. It's not going to be Hector. Most likely his niece. Okay? Who is in the episode? Yeah, I said that. I said that. She's in the episode. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think episode 4, you're gonna see his family, his wife, his sister, and his niece. Yeah, George, I'm gonna talk about tomorrow, man. I have a few theories too. All right. So we're gonna probably see his family grieving. Matt Murdock's gonna be pissed, grieving, and his death might be the catalyst for Matt Murdock to put back the Daredevil costume again. His death might be the reason he becomes Daredevil again. Okay? He's gonna, all right? And Daredevil's gonna have to fight. Daredevil has to fight criminals, but he never thought he has to fight the corrupt cops, the corrupt police force too. And this goes to the top too. This goes to the top. We know because we know the commissioner, the chief, the police chief is no fucking fan of Kingpin and wanting to quit. I would not want a cat playing a cat-based character. Oh, you like Black Cat or Tigra? But we know the commissioner in the Daredevil wanted to quit, wanted to resign as the police chief, right? As police chief, Wilson Fisk. But Wilson Fisk was blackmailing him into staying. And this probably goes, so we know he's not in on this, right? And Matt Murdock probably has to work with him. It's a system. It's like hold down. Like Matt Murdock has to find a way to take down the police force and see who is corrupt and who's not corrupt. Who's a Daredevil cutlass, not Daredevil, a Punisher cutlass, right? We'll probably see more of that as the season goes on. Because we see Frank Castle, we see him in the trailer, we see Punisher coming back, and I'm just like I said, I think this is his death. It's going to be the reason why Matt Murdock pushed on the costume again. You can see his grieving. He's going to visit the grieving family of Hector, the niece, his sister, and his wife, because he's married. You're going to see that, and this is going to be, as the episode goes, this is going to be him probably looking into wherever he puts his Daredevil costume, claws or whatever, and be, yeah, I'm putting this back on. I have no choice. Oh, 56K, but I'm spoiling it for you, man. Yeah, let's go to LA, Degrassi. Me and you go to LA. Let's go to LA. Let's go to LA. All right. There's 56K. But I have my theories for episode 4. I mean, I did not talk about this last night on the review with Blinded. All the stuff I said in the last 5 to 10 minutes, I said in this. I said it here. I should have mentioned it yesterday. But the thing is, I guess it's because when Grace mentions kind of this stuff, it brings up. I just get new ideas in my head. I do thank Grace for that. I do thank Grace for something she brings up. She does bring up new ideas into my head because the things she says, I'm like, what are you talking about? I some Civil War asked. It'd be the war of separation? You know what the war of separation sounds like? It sounds like a war of a couple going through a divorce, a very long, hostile divorce.
You think? All right, so clearly, here's the setup coming into focus for Daredevil Born Again. I'm like, okay, I see you. I see what you're trying to do here. So both Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk are trying to leave Daredevil and Kingpin in their past. As Matt tells Hector, there are other ways to help. Matt's a lawyer. Kingpin, or Fisk feels, sorry, it's Fisk now. Sorry, Fisk. Fisk feels that he's going to help as mayor. But how does the saying go? Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
You hear that, guys? Oh, you see that?
I have I'm having fun tonight. Okay, it's after dark. So
After
Fisk's
dark?
wife, Vanessa, doesn't want to stop being a criminal. Matt Murdock thought he could deliver justice in court. He didn't need to wear the mask. But when he finds out about Hector's death, he's going to discover that he did not deliver justice. In fact, he made it worse.
Well, the thing is, I did not think of this yesterday. I thought of it now. Hector was in trouble. Hector, Matt should have thought about Matt. I think the one thing that I'll agree with her that Matt getting Hector off, right, as a free man, but he should have known that Hector was a dead man. Because those cops, the ones that are the Punisher loyalists in the courtroom, they're gonna make sure he died. They're gonna kill him, and that's exactly what happened. They executed him. The ending. They assassinated him. Somebody assassinated him as a Punisher. Somebody personally a Punisher. And that's exactly what happened. He should have known. That Hector, despite being a free man, was still technically not safe. And Hector probably could have took care of himself, obviously, because he has the eminent his white tiger. But even heroes got surprised, right? Heroes get surprised once in a while. With time. The thing is, they assassinated the white tiger. Anytime between his release and him going home, they could have the cops could have assassinated him at his home. They could have burst in his home. It was his family there, and they could have killed him there. But they waited to draw out the white tiger. Right? Maybe Matt Murdock thought, maybe he just dismissed the idea that he's not a safe man despite being free because White Tiger could take care of himself. Obviously, that's not the case. And that might show disrespect to Hector, as Hector is a vigilante, right?
I mean, that wall of angry cops at the back of the courtroom, I mean, they were just glaring a hole right into Hector already.
Yeah.
Hector
exactly.
should have left that courthouse and left New York City. And certainly warned that.
He has a point that he should have left New York City, but he's a vigilante, and vigilantes are always, they always have to, right? They always believe they can take care of themselves. They're always going to have enemies, right? They're always going to have enemies. There's a whole fucking corrupt police force, or a regular bank robber, or a regular supervillain, right? Like, Spider-Man has enemies. You think Spider-Man's going to run away? Daredevil has enemies. You think he's going to run away? Heroes don't run away. The thing is, heroes don't run away. They confront. They, right? But Matt Murdock, I did think in this episode, he did say in this episode, yeah, your vigilante days are over. You have a family, you have a wife, you have a sister, you have a niece, your family, your vigilante days are over. He did warn Hector. That being this, and it's like this. Daredevil doesn't have a wife or a family, right? Like, so him being a vigilante, he has friends, but him being a vigilante is not as a determinant. Detriment as Hector being a vigilante, because Daredevil has no family. It's like Batman, right? Batman thinks like that too, at times, even though the Spy has a bat family over time. That some heroes think to be a vigilante, to be a hero, you shouldn't have a family because you're putting your family in danger. And his family didn't kill his family; he got killed, and now his wife is a widow. Unless he miraculously survives, unless the amulet finds a way for him to miraculously survive the shot to the head, which I don't think so. Well, whatever. I mean,
he had the amulet on when he died. That's so sad. That's very sad. It's and to some degree a very sad version of the Indiana Jones joke. That's very sad.
What
It's
Indiana
like,
Jones joke? I don't remember Indiana Jones joke. What's she talking about? Indiana Jones joke. I don't remember.
all the superhero community would be like, wasn't he wearing his magical amulet? And they're like, guess what? Did nothing for him.
Does this amulet have spider senses? Does this amulet give him spider senses? Does this amulet give him enhanced hearing? Why? Like we don't know exactly what kind of abilities the amulet gives him. All right. We don't know. It never really explained in the show what the amulet does. I just assume it gives him like enhanced abilities, like enhanced reflexes, stuff like that. Reflexes, maybe strength, but not exactly spider senses or fucking enhanced hearing or stuff like that. It never really explained what the amulet gives him. She even sounds like Cruella now. She looks like Cruella DeVille right now.
All right, so
enhanced agility, enhanced speed, enhanced strength, enhanced reflexes. I don't know what did the amulet give him?
Big picture that they're putting into focus here. Matt and Fisk, they won out. But here's White Tiger. The reason they brought that character in is that he's a mirror for Matt to look into, who, even if you take his mask away, like that on that night on New Year's Eve on the subway platform, he can't stop being a hero, even though Matt...
Exactly, Grace. That's why Matt is going to be Chapek's fault. That's why he's going to beat him. He's going to take on the Matt. That's why he's going to be Daredevil again. His death, all that stuff you saw in episode 3 about the conversation and all that stuff in the beginning, in the court, all that stuff about why Hector became White Tiger and all that, that's going to lead Matt Murdock to becoming Daredevil again. Okay? His death is going to be the reason why. And he'll probably be I think he's gonna be on the costume again in the 4th episode, probably halfway through. Because I think I wouldn't be surprised at the beginning of the next episode we see Matt with the grieving family of Hector, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen the 4th episode, so I'm just assuming. I don't get screeners, and even if I did get screeners, and I watched all the episodes, I would still do the spoiler. I have to do spoiler reviews there differently for each episode, right? Differently than not seeing through the screener. I should get a screener, man.
Matt has found it very
Why
possible.
should get screeners? I do better reviews than her. I know more stuff. Me and Blind know more stuff. DeGrassi knows stuff. We should get the screeners. And we don't say stupid stuff.
To stop. Matt's like, you can stop. And Hector's like, I can't stop. And Matt's like, are you trying to, it's like, let's talk about you, Matt. This is making you look real bad. And Fisk, he wants to stop being a criminal, but Vanessa is going behind his back, acting in his name to try and keep a hold on their criminal empire. But alas, there is even...
He's trying to keep the criminal side of things on the down low. He's not trying to leave it. He's trying to keep it on the down low. He doesn't want to get too loud, okay? He doesn't want that stuff to get too loud and get back to Fisk. Get back to Wilson Fisk. Otherwise, he's fucked. He's fucked. Okay? He's trying to keep it on down low. He doesn't want to get loud. He doesn't want to, right? Come on, think about it, Grace. Think about it. If you have a huge gang war in New York, if all this other stuff happens that's under Kingpin's or under his wife's watch, and she doesn't do a good job of keeping the peace, or at least trying to keep the peace, it all ties back to Wilson Fisk. All back to Wilson Fisk. Okay? He's trying to keep it on down low because whatever she does will affect him, will affect his image, will affect him. Okay?
And yet another wrinkle. Dirty cops.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really?
It's Chapek's fault.
First up, we've got shape video masks. You can use different shapes to create.
So yes, Fisk is very anti-vigilante due to his own
Of course, he's very anti-vigilante.
experiences with Daredevil. It's like Trump being very anti-FBI and IRS after what happened to him.
Oh, she had to go there. She had to go political. There, she did. She had to do that. Well, oh.
And New York Attorney General. And after Hector is found not guilty on all counts, Fisk is furious.
She went there. She went to Kingpin. It's like Trump. Kingpin is like Trump. She went there.
Likes to go to the press. Also, classic. Well, a lot of politicians are doing this these days. He's, his.
The only difference is Kingpin actually went to prison.
His legit assistant is like, I can get you the Times, and he's like, bring me my influencer, BB Yorick. And he talks about the importance of law and order, which he says vigilante.
You know what's funny? This is like, what's this character in Law and Order, Vincent D'Onofrio? It's so funny. Law and Order, Law and Order. This character was a criminal intent, right? He's on criminal intent, right? Law and Order criminal intent from years ago. What was his character's name? I forgot the detective of criminal intent. But it's like Law and Order, and he played a hothead in Criminal Intent. D'Onofrio plays a hothead in everything, man. Every role he plays is a hothead. He's never really calm. He's always a hothead, or some sort, right? And yeah, it's like it's just funny is that the points of Law and Order. He talks about Law and Order in this episode, which just brings me back memories of him being on Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Are the antithesis of. Yet as Kingpin speaks about the importance of law and order, we see White Tiger executed by the police.
Yeah, yeah. Executed by the police? Well, partly, right?
No, jury, judge, and executioner, wearing the Punisher symbol, right? Again, pulled from real life. Some police actually did this, actually wore that symbol to do bad things. So we saw the painting on the streets earlier in.
Yeah, remember people thought they were not going to do that. People actually thought they were not going to do that Punisher inspiration because how controversial that is. People thought they were not going to do that, but they did. They did. And I'm okay with it. Okay, me personally, I'm okay with it. This is fucking comic books, okay? There's a lot of controversial stuff in comic books, and that's done on purpose. Okay? Because it's supposed to be an eye opener, stuff like that.
In the episode on the wall, although there was a Kingpin painting as well. Is it Muse? Is Muse painting?
Muse did not paint that.
A whole bunch of stuff.
I don't think Muse is a fan of the Punisher. Okay, I don't think the Muse would be a fan of Punisher.
Watching Daredevil as well, but also this was nice. The
Chuds said Disney would never do it. Well, the Chuds are fucking wrong. That's obviously proven wrong. Oh, the Chuds don't like the show. The Chuds don't like the show. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? I just saw something really ridiculous on YouTube. Degrassi. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. Oh my fucking god. I'm sending you a DM right now, Degrassi. Oh, I'm sorry.
nice trick. Throughout the episode, or last episode in this one, the Punisher symbol has got.
Oh my God! I hope you see it. I hope you see it, Degrassi.
Gotten progressively bigger. That is very nice. It started out as a small little tattoo on that guy's wrist.
You saw, yeah, you saw. Like, Willie. Oh my God. That's why. I'm sorry. It's funny. It's sad, but it's funny.
Then I moved to that giant, very conspicuous neck tattoo on the other police officer. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
He was waving to me from across the room.
Is that Barry Kogan? Barry Kogan. I don't know. It is a great commercial, but yeah, Degrassi, yeah, no. Oh, sideways. I have to DM you sideways. I'm not gonna say on here. Check your DM sideways. Okay.
And then at the end, a whole torso in the style of Frank Castle himself. Now, we know the Punisher's coming. He's going to be on the show. I don't think Matt will ever be like, was it you, Frank? No. But I'm sure Matt feels Frank's going to want to know about this.
Of course he's going to know about this. Of course. It's true. This is factually true. This is some of the funniest shit I've seen. I'm sorry. It is really funny.
And maybe help them do something about it, right? I doubt they'd be so stupid enough to be like, maybe they'll listen to you, Frank. I don't think so. I heard that Matt is not going to suit up for like another couple episodes. So on that note, let's segue.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the 4th episode. Who you heard? Who's your source? Is your source the same person? Grace, is your source the same person as that Clayface that's going to be the Batman universe? The Matt Reeves Batman universe? I can't let that go, man. You remember that? Remember she said Clayface that her source told her the Clayface movie was going to be in the Reeves universe? Remember that? She said she had a source? Wait. I remember. Yeah, that's what I read too. It was definitely a Super Bowl commercial. That's definitely a Super Bowl commercial. Definitely.
To some of the other crucial errors this show is making.
What's the crucial error?
This is not a natural storm that will pass.
DC Dark Legion.
But
Yeah. All right, so it's very interesting to have
Sure,
Matt and
cock.
Fisk fighting off their alter egos. Like, I get intellectually that story idea. Like, they don't want to be Daredevil and Kingpin. But here's the problem. Therefore, they're not Daredevil and Kingpin, who everybody tuned in to see. If you called this the Murdoch...
Grace, the title of the show. What's the title of the show, Grace? Grace? What is the title of the show? Anybody, if you're, okay. They named the title of the show Daredevil Born Again. Okay? Two words at the end of the title. Born Again. Born Again. If you expect Daredevil Kingpin to be Daredevil Kingpin right off the first episode, then this is not a show for you, because the title gives it away. Okay? The title fucking gives it away. I'm sorry. You're an idiot if you think you're going to be Daredevil Kingpin right away. The title gives it away. Especially Daredevil. It's called Daredevil Born Again. Okay? You know the Batman, The Dark Knight Returns? Batman is not Batman right away. He comes back as Batman in The Dark Knight Returns. Okay? Returns. The Dark Knight Returns. Returns. Born Again. Think about it, Grace. And I'm going to call it people expecting Daredevil to be in the first episode, not realizing what the title is about. Okay? Murdoch Born Again. So yeah, like, it's the
Murdoch Fisk show, people would be like, well, maybe I'll catch it later, which is unfortunately what some people are saying. Perhaps because the first two episodes kind of gave it away that that's what they're doing instead. What an odd thing to do.
Yeah, because they have like they kind of have like a Joker Batman relationship, but Joker and Batman don't fucking sit in a diner together. I mean, like, Joker is not the type of person that's going to go straight. Well, actually, Joker is the type of person. I'll say this: Joker is the type of person to go straight. If Bruce Wayne gives up being Batman, you fucking cure the Joker. I'm saying that. The only cure for Joker to go straight, to give up his criminal ways, if Bruce Wayne gives up being Batman. That's the only way. And there's been comic books about that, and The Dark Knight Returns proved it too. When Bruce Wayne came back as Batman, Joker came back, right? The only way to be Batman, the only way to be the Joker, if you don't kill him, Bruce Wayne has to give up being Batman, which Bruce Wayne can't. Otherwise, all the other shit's the crime is gonna continue to be rampant, all this other shit's going down, right? Oh, no.
Now, it's clever to say, well, hey, if we're going to bench Daredevil, let's, they should have brought in another vigilante like they did and another villain. But
But it's not. They did bring in another vigilante. Do you understand what White Tiger is? White Tiger for the first 3 episodes, what he's meant, what Hector Elias meant for Daredevil? Do you know why he's important? I mean, I said this on the stream. You guys listen to me on the stream. Say this on my stream. You guys say this on my stream yesterday and today. Why White Tiger is important to the show and what it means for Matt Murdock. Okay? He was, oh my God. He's giving me the reason why Hector Elias' death is giving me the reason why he becomes. Yeah. What if they did though? They tried it. Remember, they tried to make peace, right? Hector Elias' character is foreshadowing the return of Daredevil. That's why he's there. That's why he's important, because like in the first 5 minutes episode, what it means to be White Tiger, what he means to be White Tiger, right? What it means, like, I don't think she gets that. What the importance of White Tiger character is. It's his. White Tiger is giving the reason why Matt Murdock becomes Daredevil again because of the injustice he saw. Despite getting Hector charges dropped. No, well, proving Hector innocent at court. Not really dropped. She wants diversity of villains. Whoa. I don't think she understands the importance. Like, this is the problem. Like, she considers herself a viewer, like, but I don't think they understand the importance like us. Like we're not like I'm not like like I know Degrassi will say this. I know Degrassi's thoughts on this because I'm a professional critic, right? But as a fan, maybe as a fan I just see things differently than so-called critics, right? Maybe it's just how my I interpret things when I watch film and TV. Maybe it's just because I'm more of an analytic kind of thinking when it comes to this stuff with the film and TV. More of a philosophical kind of thinking than this. I'm just going to watch a movie for just the hell of it. Don't get me wrong. I like watching movies and TV shows for the hell of it, but I like movies and TVs when there's makes me think. I know you're supposed to go to movie and TV show to watch a TV movie, to get your mind off things, but sometimes, they don't. They don't. Thank you. Yeah. Like that's the reason he's giving it. Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why. That's like even TJ gets it. Blinded gets it. You hear like you guys get it.
Daredevil front, if we're gonna,
And this is why comic book stuff, comic book shows, comic book movies get a little are obviously not respected as much. I think they deserve to be respected more than they get. She wants everything to be the rush. Yeah, like seriously. You know what happens when you rush stuff, right? When you rush stuff, rushing stuff, the product, whatever you rush, the product, whatever it is not good. Usually when you rush things, it's not good. When you rush filming for a movie or TV show and you get the show out, you can usually tell. You can usually tell right off the bat, the show's not good and it's rushed. You don't rush things. Rushing things usually results in disaster.
bench Daredevil. Let's bring in another vigilante who steps up as Daredevil steps down.
That's fucking White Tiger supposed to be. White Tiger is the one stepping up. My God. She said she had hope for this show, right? Like, what does she... Oh my God. Seriously? I'm sorry for the dead air there. I'm just taken back by what she's saying. Like seriously. Let her cook. Like this is like Eric July kind of thinking, you know? The meal's going to be planned. Oh my God. Like, what the...
But we never got to see White Tiger, as I said, in action. We never even really got to know him.
But the action part is not... We fucking did get to know him. Did you just watch episode 3? Episode 3 focused a lot on White Tiger. About his situation, his family situation, why he became White Tiger. What I thought you said I don't know if you watched. What episode 3 did you watch, Grace? What episode did she watch? Grace and Date. Seriously, what episode did she watch? Because I don't remember. Like, I'm pretty sure in episode 3 we got a lot of information from Hector. I'm pretty sure. I know you guys. I know most of you guys seen it. I don't know if Degrassi's seen it. I know most of you guys seen it. She probably is, yeah. But I'm just saying because I'm just saying from my point of view, I think we got a lot of stuff in Hector in episode 3. Okay. Actually, episode 2 and 3 was a lot of focus on Hector and Daredevil, but but he was a foil in TJ to eventually Matt Murdock becoming Daredevil again. But we did get a lot of watch fucking episode 3 again, Grace, please, and please just don't sit back. Really pay attention. Pay attention, because you like action stuff, right? You love the action comic books. Well, in this episode, you really have to fucking pay attention, and if you fucking pay attention, you might understand and might actually like the episode. Because you said you have hope. I don't think you have fucking hope. The pause, yeah. Okay. You exactly said the same thing about. You said the Superman trailer. You liked the Superman trailer, but me and Blind and everybody in the chat at the time, we watched her go down every single shot in the Superman trailer. She basically bashed everything except Lois Lane. She knows she's puckering up for a kiss, huh? She's looking up for that dude is still a thing. I thought he was bankrupt. But she knows she's puckering up for a kiss.
We connected with him these few episodes, not because of the script, but again because of De Los Reyes' amazing performance. He acted with us.
The actor does well. The actor. I mean, that's basic movie telling too. I mean, you gotta get a good. I mean, like, if a bad actor could work with a good script. A good actor could work with a bad script, but honestly, sometimes it does work. Sometimes the right actor, seriously, yeah. Sometimes the right actor makes the storytelling good. I mean, so yeah, but they still did a lot with them. Okay, she's trying to attempt for him to kiss the screen, And I actually thought the script was fine in episode 3. I thought everything made sense. There was nothing in that episode that made me go, "What? That doesn't make sense." The dialogue, even the stuff. The only thing that didn't make sense in episode 3 was that fucking cop. At the beginning? He was on the stand, and all of a sudden, 2 minutes later in the show, he was the one trying to assassinate the witness. I'm like, shouldn't he still be in the court? Not on the stand, but still be in the court with whatever. I don't know, but
not the show. But think about it. One extra episode. I would have put it after one. Where we really kind of right before the subway confrontation, where we really get to see White Tiger in action. Like all those testimonies in court, show don't tell. It's classic screenwriting. Why am I hearing about all these wonderful things that White Tiger did instead of seeing them? They're like, we kind of drew illustrations.
Because we don't need to see that. We saw fucking him on the news stopping stuff, and also there was papers and reports of him helping. We don't need to fucking see that, okay? Him, Matt Murdock just mentioning that, trying to prove his case that he's a good guy, even as White Tiger or not. With all those reports of him, saving somebody from a car that's on fire, saving a cop, whatever, all these good deeds, all the stuff he's done. We don't need to see that. What, you want to see a fucking montage? Is that what you want to see? A montage of him saving people? No, you just need fucking reports. Okay? What do you want to see that? We saw in the first episode him on the news clip taking down 2 thieves, and it looks like at a convenience store or a gas station of some sort. That's what we saw. Okay? That's all you need to know.
Of still photos. I'm like, how little money do you have? I thought you were spending hundreds of millions of dollars on these Disney Plus shows. And
oh my God.
you can't do some street level rescues. And also, and don't write them so big then. I mean, just write some stuff that's easy to film. I mean, you know what your budget is.
This is. She thinks this is like this is. She's an expert, huh? She's an expert at filmmaking, huh? Like I'm not an expert in filmmaking, but I'm not going to like pretend I am. But seriously, this is why she should not want a bit. She should not want a business. She's not want a business. Okay, she doesn't know how it works. Production works. She wants filler episodes. Yeah, Disney Plus doesn't do fucking filler episodes. Okay. Now, okay, like seriously, what is she talk? Like really? Yeah, yeah, like CW, right? The Arrowverse. Each season of different Arrowverse shows had like 20 episodes, right? She wants that. She wants that. Like, what is wrong with her? Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, it's just hard to watch sometimes. She wants to do BW show, laughing my ass off. I heard some people say Daredevil was a CW show. She is a business, but yeah, I'm not a very good one. But you know, I heard her. I mean, last week, Blinded did tell me that people thought Daredevil was run like a CW show. I'm like, this is a fucking CW show. I don't know what a CW show has quality, good quality like this.
And also a stronger introduction to all these dirty cops. Like, I should know who they are instead of being like, is that the guy?
Why do we need a strong introduction to dirty cops? Why? Why? The important thing about the dirty cops is basically the Punisher. The Punisher. The Punisher. And we're going to get more into that as the season goes on. Why the cops gravitate towards Punisher. Why do we need more information about the certain cops? We don't. We just need to know about the overall police. The police ones that are that heavily loyal to Punisher. They're influenced by Punisher. Believe in the Punisher's way of vigilante justice. We don't need to know. We don't need to fucking know this cop's name. This family's name. Why this cop is doing this, you know? Oh yeah, this cop needs to be a major player in the Daredevil. We don't need to know this, or these three cops. We need to know them. These five cops. We need to know more about them. And by the way, in episode 3, we did get a little information about the first cop, right? We found out he was a friend, the guy that got killed by being crushed in the train. We found out they're friends for like 8 years. He says he's his best friend. We find out his kid's in college. Right? Stuff like that. We find out a little information, but we don't need anything to know about no-name fucking cops. Yeah, that's probably true, Degrassi. Yeah, she plays the game real well. She's grifting. She's a grifter, and we don't need to know anything about no-name cops. All we need to know was about the whole gang of cops, not the individual cops. Okay. We love the Whippoverse. Yeah, she would. I want to know this cop. Like, look. If we had a cop, and look, there's a very important cop in Marvel named who Sin Eater kills. Sin Eater murders. Sin Eater Stanley Carter. I forget who he kills. He does kill someone. Gene D. Wolfe. Okay. Now, Gene D. Wolfe is a cop. Now, if she's in the show at some point, I wouldn't be surprised if she does make an appearance in the show. She won't be a corrupt police officer. She's a kind of important character. But some random cop, we don't need to know that much information about them. We just need to know the group of cops and who they're influenced, not the individual. Right? Why they're influenced by the Punisher's ways of justice. You don't need to fucking know about the cop unless that cop is gonna be a major player, right? And that's only gonna be 1 or 2 cops, basically. Like, seriously. Yeah, she usually does take notes. She is a note taker. Unlike Campia.
I couldn't even recognize him at first when he confronted Daredevil in the men's room. I was like, only when he said, "Oh, you're the lawyer who fights pretty good." I was like,
Yeah, you thought he was dead. You thought he was dead. Remember she thought Daredevil killed him? Or Matt Murdock killed him? She thought he was dead.
"Oh, he didn't die. That's nice. He seems actually pretty good."
You fuck you. Oh my god.
I mean, his arm wasn't broken, so I guess he was the guy who had his neck kind of messed up. He's looking pretty good.
But he didn't break his neck or anything. He just bashed his head. He has bruises over his head, his face. He didn't kill him.
But yeah, I would have liked to have gotten to get know these characters a little bit better. As
Grace, we got a little information, a tiny bit of information about this cop, okay? But this cop is not going to be a major fucking player, okay? He's tiny, a small role into the greater scheme of things about why there's a certain group of cops delivering vigilante justice, punishing vigilante justice, punishing. When I mean punishing, like Punisher does. I don't mean like Daredevil, where he spares people, he doesn't kill people. I mean like Punisher, okay? Where he kills people, kills criminals, right? We don't need to know. He's a tiny bit. This cop and the other cops, he's a tiny bit of the problem. Okay, tiny bit, not very important. A little bit, not big, very important. Just a little bit important. He's not a big character. This character is be. This character is. Who is this character, by the way? Is this character in the comics? Let me see. I just want to make sure. What's his name again? Detective what? Let me see. I want to see his actor. Where's the actor? Fuck. Fuck. I can't find the actor. I'm trying to find it. Who punishes a Punisher? Good question. I'm trying to find the actor. It's not him. It's not this guy. Who is the guy? Is it Cole North? Is it Core North? Is it maybe Core North? No, it's not him. He's black. It's not he's black. Detective Dick Fiswell. Detective Dick Fiswell. Thank you. All right, so let's. Right, I forgot what I was saying. I got lost there for a second. I'm sorry.
As well as
What's the actress name again? Is it Rubio? Oh, it's not this. Not her. Yeah, Detective Mike Hunt. Dick Fiswell. Okay, I'm having trouble finding it.
really seeing at least a little bit more what happened on that platform. In entertainment, trials work best when the audience is emotionally invested, either in the people who are on trial or the event that is being investigated. Here we don't really get either. Sure, there can be some surprises. Of course there can. That switch up getting the informant to court, that was great.
How that guy get all the way over there from court is amazing.
Say great. I wish it had a little more action to it. I thought that they had a trap door in the van or something like that, or they hopped out of the van, at a turn or something. We would have found out, but instead they were like, "We took a taxi." Ha ha. I mean, it worked, and I thought it was a good.
Like it hasn't happened before in other shows. Grace, Daredevil was not the first to do this. Daredevil was not the first to do the. Is not the first to do this trick. Okay? This is actually a very cliche thing, though, in filmmaking. Well, in TV especially in TV. It's actually very cliche. Where they deceive the fans, right? Where they trick the fans, where they want to make you believe the fans. You see a lot. This kind of misdirect. I mean, to me, it's not. If you really watch a lot of entertainment, you won't get fooled by this. You probably knew. If you watched this scene, you probably knew that the guy's going to be in a different car or not be in the van, like or something. It's a very cliche. It's cliche.
Good gotcha moment, largely because that dirty cop, you just really wanted to punch him in the face. So you were like, "Yeah, you got him." I can't believe he did it himself too. I was like,
sure, he was a cop too, by the way.
Have you ever heard of deniable plausibility or whatever? This is a court legal show, but it was a good moment. It was still a good moment. And also when the informant backed out at the last minute for testifying because he knows what these police officers are capable of, as we then found out ourselves. And by the way, there are, of course, dirty cops in real life. Again, this Punisher logo situation is pulled from real life. But it's certainly a strong choice for this show to make what seems to be every single police person bad. Like, there's no good policemen there.
I mean, this is from a universe where Captain America, Winter Soldier, we had fucking Hydra agent. Well, basically, loyal to Hydra, working in S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, and what's Hydra from an offshoot of the Nazis? I mean, is it really so hard to see this? No. I guess cops I guess it's different with cops in actual fucking agents. A higher league of enforcement. More I mean, am I surprised? Denial possibility. Am I surprised? Well, no, because we've seen infiltration and stuff like this in the MCU. Detective Ingoff. That's actually a funny name.
There's not even some hapless police person eating a donut being like, who are you guys giving an angry look to? What's going on? Did I miss a meeting?
Well, first of all, you're not allowed fucking food in the food court. You're not allowed fucking food in the courtroom unless it's water. They'll let you have a drink, but not if you're in watching. They'll let you have a drink if you're the people that are watching the food court, watching the court, or watching the court are not allowed to have drinks. Maybe a water, but they're not gonna give you a fucking donut. A fucking donut's dirty. Flick, good grace. A fucking donut's dirty. Okay.
Like, just everybody's in on it. Like, every single police officer, it almost became cartoonish. And no one else in the court is where's the press? Where's BB Urich being like,
well, cops are known to protect cops. A jelly donut. Yeah, a jelly donut. Yeah. The jelly gets all over the other cops. Yeah. Well, cops are very protective of each other. They're like, Grace, you have to understand, cops, they're like, hey, Arkham, I mean, cops are like a brotherhood, right? They're like a brotherhood, right? Where they're very protective of each other, right? That's the case here. And and they make you think all the cops here are bad, but there actually were some good cops who were not punished or cutlass.
get those gloomy, staring police officers on camera?
What is that, private?
I mean, it was just weird. It seemed like the entire precinct, at least, was corrupt. You know, I can see a group being corrupt within the precinct, and maybe even a sizable group. But the entire precinct? I mean, I would just think you couldn't have everybody in on it because...
Well. The Jelly Donut. Well, if you watch the episode, when Hector when he was proven innocent, there were some cops that actually fucking smiled. There were some cops that smiled, and there were some cops that didn't smile. Okay? There's some cops that smile, and some didn't smile. So not every cop there is... I don't know how I got there. Homer Simpson, man. Remember Harvey Bullock. But not every cop there is corrupt. Sir. Okay? I remember that.
Just again for liability issues. You're like, we can't trust everybody here to keep their mouth shut, so we got to keep it to like at least 20, 30 guys. But again, it seemed like every police officer in New York.
Not everybody. Is Chow allowed to play the barracks private piano? I don't know, man. Sir, no, sir.
Was in on it. I guess there's that retired detective who was complaining about dirty cops when he retired in episode 1, who now works for Matt. And he did, by the way, supply the informant with hard drugs so he could take the edge off before he had to testify. Ooh.
Yeah, he commits a crime. He's willing to get dirty to put away some corrupt cops. Whip over cinematic universe clears. Oh, man.
Ooh, so edgy, Disney Plus. You're like, oh, our hero side gave drugs to the informant. And you're like, okay, settle.
Fucking Grace. So edgy, Disney Plus. Our hero guy decided to give drugs to the informant. Fuck. Edgy? This is not edgy at all. How is this edgy? You never seen this at all? Fuck, man. How is this fucking edgy? That was a gang. Image comic universe? Then why did you sneak a jelly donut in your Foot Locker private phone? Why is she calling this edgy? How is this fucking edgy? Because it's fucking Disney Plus? Grace, this is a fucking really mature show. Okay? This is the same company. It's the same company that had Catherine Hahn show her butt on Agatha in the first episode. Okay? Like, seriously. Like, My God. She make it sound like the MCU is so kiddie. It's so watered down kiddie stuff, right? Like she hasn't noticed there's been like that she hasn't noticed in the past the MCU has now exactly been watered now exactly have watered down stuff, man. Like seriously. Seriously, Grace.
Settle down, settle down.
Yeah, you settle down.
Maybe if the informant had been a little bit jittery and hadn't been so comfortable, maybe he would have ended up testifying as he was supposed to.
What?
Okay, settle down, settle down. Maybe if the informant had been a little bit jittery and hadn't been so comfortable, maybe he would have ended up testifying as he was supposed to. I'm just saying.
Do you hear what she's saying?
All right, so in addition to benching Daredevil, Kingpin, and White Tiger, so ridiculous.
Why are you benching? What the hell? Where are you getting this benching from? Where is she the benching from? They're on the fucking episode, and they had a major role in this episode.
Why did nobody bring that up in the writer's room? Be like, wait a minute, I'm looking at the board, and you seem to have benched every single superhero we have here. And they're like, but the drama. And I'm like,
I like your story, Grace, if you're in that writing room, they would look at you. They would look at you and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They would look at you and be like, "What? How are you?" They'd be looking at you benching. They would look at you like, "No. They would not look at you. They would laugh at you. They would fucking laugh at you. I'm sorry. They would fucking laugh at you. Laugh at you. They would laugh at you if you're in that writer's room because you're saying ridiculous stuff. Again, it's a good thing you're not a writer. Because if you're a writer, you'll be the exact. This is how Grace. You know what Grace Randolph would be. You know what kind of writer, director, movie, filmmaker she would be. She would be Zack Snyder, but without the good visual storytelling. She'll have the bad writing, but she'll actually have no visual storytelling either. She'd be like that. At least Zack Snyder has visual storytelling. Grace doesn't have that. Because everything in her visual storytelling will be action scenes all the time, whole time. No dialogue scenes, nothing about that. She doesn't want dialogue. Where dialogue's important. Right? And if you look at comic books, not every issue have action in it. A lot of issues have a lot of dialogue and no fucking action. No action, no fighting scenes.
you gotta have some fisticuffs as well. So this show won't let anyone cut loose. Hopefully,
because it's called building up.
That means there's going to be an explosive situation at the end. But I mean, how many episodes is it going to take to get there?
Sometimes in movie, that's like Coop's Full Metal Jacket. It was played by Vincent D'Onofrio. Wow. ICU clears the ICU image.
Man, like this isn't a binge. This is a weekly. have said you don't like going back to weekly for Daredevil. Well, Daredevil never was a weekly show. It's always been historically a binge show, and some of you just can't get behind this strategy. So Vanessa is definitely a caged animal, but what a cage. That room is beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. And what makes it even more frustrating...
That's not what it means. Oh my God.
They're tying her down, metaphorically, is that they're doing such a great job with Vanessa. She looks fantastic. I love her wanting to launder money through fine art purchases. So Vanessa, like when you think she just wants to buy a new painting, but instead it's to launder money. And you're like, oh, you still got it, girl. And I love the line where Kingpin says, after finding out that she used his assistant to act in Kingpin's name, he said, let's not get to a place where we don't trust each other. Where I don't, well, he doesn't care about that. That's interesting. Where he says, I don't trust you. And the reason I think that's interesting is because clearly Vanessa already does not trust him. And so maybe that's one of the reasons they're in couples counseling. It's always me, Fist. You got to think about the we. That's what being in a couple is.
Yeah, but they're villains.
So that's funny. Okay, so Vanessa... there's real potential here, but they're just not tapping into any of it. So, I'm like, you have all the pieces, man, use them. So Vanessa asks all these frantic questions of him. Not only does she want to know about what his plan truly is, she's like, what do you mean? What are we doing? What does that mean? You're so freaking cryptic to me, your wife. But then she's like, are you still upset about Adam? Of course he's still upset about Adam, you stupid bitch. Obviously. I can't, but so comical that she's even asking that. I really wanted to work that meme in. Because I thought of it when I was doing my notes. All right, so also, where is BB Urich's voice, right? Her presence is constantly felt throughout the episode here, again, with her man on the street interviews. But where's her voice as a journalist? She has, for all the times that her report is on camera, she's only on camera once. And when she is, she's just basically sitting there. I know she's very new at being a journalist. She clearly already has extensive reach, or Kingpin wouldn't be interested in working with her. She's Ben Urich's niece. He was a hell of a reporter.
Well, she's doing things differently. She's not exactly a journalist per se. She's, I guess, inspired a little bit. She might be one of those vlog journalists. Uses a vlog instead, like on a website. She gets a video for a website, and she might be a journalist, but she also wants clips. She might be working on something. You don't know. Like, you're asking too much, Grace. That's your problem. You're asking too much, Grace.
He had a very
strong TV show. This is not real life.
Strong voice. It's almost like the show doesn't understand what reporters do.
I think the show does understand what reporters do. I
find it very frustrating. What and/or who do you feel is being held back in this show so far? If anyone, maybe you don't think anyone's being held back, but if you do, who and what?
Nobody's fucking being held back. Okay?
All right, the court case in this episode had its moments, largely thanks to, I think, some strong acting, particularly from Charlie Cox. When he's in the zone, like today, I was like, in a couple of his courtroom scenes, his line readings, I was like, he's very good. It reminded me of the Netflix series. And the guy playing the dirty cop, as I said, he was pretty good too. Not only was he an okay actor, but he had a very good look for it. But another problem that this show has is that it mixes in great actors or even just solid actors with like people who have no business in the acting profession.
Okay, cool.
Like you should go and pursue something else. Like the actor playing the informant. Yikes! Whose relative is that? And I'm not even really feeling Margarita LaViva as Heather Glenn, the love interest. She's from The Acolyte, by the way. I didn't recognize her. She's one of the witches, and I'd say it's good that fans are leaving her alone and allowing her to continue on in a Disney property.
I think. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Grace. I don't think the fans know that. I don't think the fans know that. I don't think the fans know it's the same actress. I did not know it's the same actress till you pointed it out, Grace. I did not know that. And I think her acting is fine. Okay? She's not a lot of stuff. She's not a lot of scenes. And whatever. I did not know that was the same actress, and most people don't know that. The only people that put that out are people like you. I did not know that. Angela has always. Angela Isom always be a better Tom and Fawn Spawn. Yeah, he wishes.
But I think it's more that they also don't realize it's her, or just don't care, or aren't paying attention to her character, which is, not great. Back to the trial, I have to say, I agree that Matt should have checked with Hector before outing him as a vigilante. I mean, dude wears a mask for a reason, Matt. Like...
No, I disagree. I disagree. Because Hector would have not gone with that to protect his family. Protect his family is protect his secret identity. All right? If you did that. Matt Murdock knew that. So he had no choice but to reveal the truth about Hector. So that, because Hector would have not agreed to that. Just to protect his identity, okay? Just to protect his identity, who he really is, okay? He would have said no to that. He would be like, no, I can't do that. So Matt put him in a predicament because he had no choice. Matt knew that. So he revealed everybody, and then Hector eventually bought in. You could tell Hector when he started, Hector eventually figured it out that, yeah, this might figure it out because Matt had a plan. And Matt's plan was telling me all the good deeds that he's done as White Tiger and all the good things. And he felt it was the last resort to get Hector's charges to prove his innocence. And it worked. It obviously fucking worked. Because what he thought was a slam dunk case with the informant, with this witness, who decided not to tell the truth, right? He had no choice. This was the last resort. And it worked. And let's be honest, it's not like there's other heroes in the MCU that people know their secret identities. Everybody knows Iron Man is Tony Stark. They know Captain America was Steve Rogers, or now Sam Wilson. You get the idea.
Look what happened. He was killed as White Tiger because they knew his identity. I mean, they wanted to send a signal. I mean, it's just very bad, and Matt is responsible for that. And
here's the thing. Even if he wasn't White Tiger and he got freed, they still would have fucking killed him. I'm just saying, they still would have fucking killed him.
You add in Matt's Catholic guilt, he's going to feel really bad. Really, really, really bad. Like, wow. Especially because Matt, as we said last week, that should have been in the trial from the very beginning. It was a dead court. So in the show, in tonight's episode, Matt changed his mind because that guy wouldn't testify. So he felt he didn't have a star witness. So he's like, okay, I'll bring in the vigilante aspect. And you're like, that was your case all along, you nut. I mean, like, aren't you supposed to be really good at this, which is why you feel okay not being Daredevil anymore? I mean, I think he didn't do a good job Daredeviling in episode 1. So far, I think he's done a bad job lawyering.
Bad job lawyering. Yeah, if you did a bad job lawyering, the guy would have been in prison. He did his job. He got the guy free. He will have guilt, but he got the guy free, knowing that as White Tiger, he could take care of himself. Murdoch should have known those cops were going to go after him if he gets free, but he probably thought, since he's a White Tiger in the ambulance, he probably could take care of himself. He did not bet on what's happening, because he probably bet on that he could take care of himself. All right? So,
yeah, two nights so far.
What's Daredevil? What's Matt Murdock going to say? I feel guilty. I feel guilty. He should have lost the case. He would have been safe in prison. He would not have been fucking safe in prison either. Okay? What's he going to say? Oh, I feel guilty for getting him killed. It was either he's free or he's in prison. And you know what? Some people rather be dead. Ask Image. They'd rather be dead than be in fucking prison. Fucking for murder, which is 25 to life. And I don't think New York has death penalty. I'm not sure, but 25 to life. You tell me which is better.
Are 2 nights
You
of
tell me which is
Daredevil
better.
Born Again.
Dying a free man or dying in prison, a captured man. Tell me.
And 2 deaths, and both are Matt Murdock's fault. So far, Wilson Fisk is clean. Just saying, right?
What's the other outcome? What's the fucking other outcome? Him in prison?
But we'll see how long that lasts. 3 episodes in to the first night, now a third. What do you think of Daredevil Born Again so far? Are you missing the action? Or do you appreciate the slow burn? Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe to.
All right, she's done. Dying in a warehouse. Are you talking about Eric July's warehouse? Oh, that's a good stream. Good stream, guys. I'm really happy with that stream. Man, you could tell she doesn't know what she's talking about here, man. She clear. I don't know if she watched the same episode as us. MCUSVU. Special Victims Unit. They should have had something like similar to that in this episode. Okay. Grace being Grace is all. I don't know if she watched the same episode. She doesn't clearly understand. He was got out of the way, yeah, 56K. But she clearly doesn't understand basic storytelling. She doesn't think like most of us. She thinks, here's her thing. She's a critic. But I think she thinks she thinks more like a casual viewer. Okay, not a hardcore viewer, a casual viewer. So that's why when she talks about things, she doesn't get what they mean, what they're implying. She doesn't get that. I mean, like, okay, I'm not a casual MCU fan. I'm a hardcore MCU fan, right? I understand that stuff. I don't think she understands the stuff. She could claim she's a hardcore MCU fan, but she clearly doesn't understand things in the MCU or anything like that. She views things like a casual viewer, and you could tell. She views things like a casual viewer. Died because he tried to match the talent that Eric July has. Yeah. Yeah, she's not a real critic. She thinks this is an influencer. It's how can I say this about her nicely put it, Grace. She only cares about certain things. She only cares about fucking action. It clearly tells she doesn't care about story that much. She doesn't like build up. I'll say this. She doesn't like build up, right? She doesn't like storytelling build up. What the crafty red wrestling fans? What makes a good feud? What makes a match a great match, right? And a pay-per-view or stuff like that. A great story, right? A build to a great match, right? Right? Yeah, trivia. I agree. Trivia and name drop. Yeah, I agree. Like what if you're a wrestling fan, you know what makes a great match an intense match is always a great feud, a great build up, a great story, right? Like like the Cody Rhodes stuff last year with The Rock and Roman Reigns. Like the John Cena and Cody Rhodes, what's gonna be developing from there? Like for example, like with the past. I mean Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay from AEW, that stuff. Okay? Like maybe it's my wrestling way of thinking where I like build because a building of a feud makes the matches better, more impactful. Maybe I think like that when I input it into the other forms of entertainment. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Well, let's be honest, Red. Meltzer is an AEW paid show. Yeah, I heard. All time? Oh, this year. I read that wrong. Okay. Maybe that's how I view. Thing. AEW is unrealistic ring work. All right. 12 o'clock? All right. Tomorrow. All right, guys. Tomorrow we're not doing detracting. We're not doing review of anything. We're probably going to look at a discussion topic or let's talk pop tomorrow. And I'll be back Friday too at night. The next 3 weeks, Friday, Monday, I'll be having a show at night. All right. All right. So tomorrow will be something else. I'm thinking. I know what I think I'm going to talk about tomorrow. It's the big news of the day today. Yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about with the big news of the day today. I'll talk about it tomorrow. And I'm gonna and thanks to Degrassi, the Degrassi mentioned don't mention it here, but thanks to Degrassi, I could see this happening. Yeah. all right, guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I know I'm definitely talking about tomorrow. It's not a Grace video campaign. It's not a review video. It's definitely like a let's talk pop or a discussion video or something like that. All right, and